Welcome to the podcast. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome, and I appreciate the support that you always give me. So I want to start off first with just get a little people about yourself. Like, who is Miss Kim? Should I call you Kim or should I call you Miss Walthour? I don't know.
It doesn't matter. You can call me Kim.
Okay, I'm gonna call you Kim. You like a Kim today, so I'm gonna call you Kim.
Hey, I look like a Kim every day. But anyway, so just like everybody else, I have a variety of roles: wife, mother, glamour. I don't say that other
Glamour,
word.
I like that.
I don't say that other word. So glamour.
Nobody that looks young like to say grandma. Nobody.
Right.
That's good.
I'm an entrepreneur and I'm a minister as well. A lot of things to a lot of different people. I'm a nurse, mentor.
You know what? I didn't know the minister part. I feel like I should have though, because I knew you had this thing you were doing where you were talking, you would say, and suddenly,
Right.
and it made a lot of sense. But I just thought that you was going to church. I didn't know you actually was coming up with that on your own.
Well, the thing about me being a minister, I never want to be one of those ministers that, I'm a minister. It's best to live it.
Right.
Rather than to ever say anything. Just live it. It's not about a title to me or anything like that. And then once you get to know me, I'm sort of like a little rebel as well. So I don't stick to the conventional, starchy, stereotype of what most people consider a minister. And what people don't really know, minister just means serve.
Okay.
So if you're a servant, you shouldn't be high polluted where the people can't talk to you, the people can't come to you, and you always condemning. But that's another whole nother scenario.
So, wait, are you from here originally? Like, you from Georgia?
I'm originally from down the road, Waynesboro.
Burke County. Oh, this is gonna be good. Okay,
Yep,
cool. You got a Burke County one. Okay, cool.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, and that because I know your daughter obviously, and she talked about it a lot, but I didn't know whether it was from your side or her dad's side. I didn't know what part the county came. Both. Oh wow, just embedded her then. Okay,
100%.
Gotcha. And what school did you go to? What high school did you go to?
I didn't go to Burke County. It was called Waynesboro High then. That was before they combined all the little cities.
Waynesboro High. I never heard of that.
I know.
I ain't from here, so I guess that's news to me. Waynesboro High.
Burke County Comprehensive High comes from all the little towns in the area used to have schools.
Okay.
So they combined all those little schools to one school. And so Burke County Comprehensive started in 1988. And that's all I'm going to say.
Oh, well, that's cool. We ain't gonna talk age here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so we ain't get into that. But I only asked that because I feel like that like Waynesboro, Burke County has like a perception about them. Mm-hmm. Do you hear about that, the perception? I guess like there's nothing out there, just cows and I make steak. I go country where
I don't know what it is now, but most people, it is a rural community. It's a small town, but a lot of stuff happens in Burke County.
I was gonna have these two women I know. They're from Burke County. I told them, I said, come on a podcast and we're gonna talk Burke County stuff. And I was gonna get all the stuff I heard and had them kind of address it. So I think I'm still gonna do that. It just seems I'm interested in like learning all about the tri-state area. So, but I don't know. I feel like Burke County is known as a football town, like more than anything now at least. But they got good food out there. I know that much. Like I go out there to eat. Yeah.
Oh, you go to.
I'm a Country Boys guy though, but I do like Taylor Brothers because I see them a lot.
I've never been to Country Boys.
Oh wow, what happened?
And it's literally maybe 5 miles from down the road.
What they do to you? Why you don't
I
go
just
there?
never been there.
You don't like
they
steak?
do barbecue, and my husband them do barbecue. So,
Oh, okay. I guess I'm a big steak. I'm a big steak guy. I eat there so much I can't eat other steaks now for some reason. Like it got to be on the grill. I'm very fancy now. I can't. Or Longhorn.
You fancy
now
without the vegetables. Okay.
Yeah. No vegetable. I'm just eating straight rice and a lot of starch. I'm trying to gain weight. I can't be slim all my life.
Leave that alone.
I'm trying to get. I want to get a little bigger at some point. But outside of just being from Burke County and like how would your upbringing like as far as schooling wise?
I always was good academically, and my mother always stressed school because my mother didn't complete school. My mother is much older. My mother only completed the 5th grade, so she drilled school. My brothers and sisters. I'm the youngest out of 11.
I did hear that.
Yeah.
I forgot. 11 is a lot.
Yeah,
and you're the youngest.
I'm the youngest, so it didn't make a difference to me. So
couldn't talk to you.
You know it.
brothers.
So my brothers and sisters, school. So it's like that never been not a thought not to go to college or anything like that. So it was just like the path I was on since I was born. Oh, she's going to school. So I went to school.
But I mean, that's good. I always say that because like the older siblings would kind of want the best for the younger ones.
Right.
So since you're the youngest, like everybody wanted the best for you. I would assume.
Mm-hmm.
So of course the path you're gonna choose, I would hope is the right way. What school did you go to, like college wise? And
I chose the right way after a while.
After
it wasn't straight way,
what after a while
it was
mean?
some detours. I went to school, and I did what everybody do, partied a little bit, and even got expelled. And
you got expelled?
Yeah, we're not going to talk about
we
that.
Get into that.
Yeah,
that's funny though. You seem so. I mean, I guess you seem so well mannered, but I guess it's now. So
yeah, I was then, just situations. So
yeah, it wasn't your fault. It's cool.
Yeah, so then. Yeah, it was my fault. I ain't gonna
oh,
say
that's
it
good. I'm glad
fault.
you own up to it.
But so after a while, like everybody else, once you do everything, you're sort of settling in. Like, man, I'm getting old, and this not gonna cut it. So I always wanted to be a nurse. So went back to school, and that's what I did.
But about when? Like about when did you start the nursing?
About when I had that little daughter of mine.
Oh, okay.
It got real. When you have
early 90s.
When you get children. You start thinking things over again. Like, this not going to cut it. When it's you by yourself, you can do whatever.
Right.
You can crash wherever, go wherever. But when you have somebody depending on you, most times you're going to think about a better life. So I just returned to what I originally was supposed to do.
With like, far as you, like growing up, I was the youngest of 11. Like, did you want a lot of kids, or did you just like not want a lot?
Initially, I don't know what was wrong with me, but I wanted 5.
That's outrageous.
And a Volvo.
That's outrageous. 5
station wagon.
It's not gonna work.
But I had that one.
And suddenly.
I had my bonus son, Brian.
Yeah.
And then I had that one, and I told my mom that night.
That's it.
It's a wrap.
That's funny, cause like my parents, they said like having me, I was a good baby, so they thought they could have other ones that's gonna be the same, but then the other one wasn't like that, and the third one was even worse. So it was like they were like, yeah, you kind of tricked us. So that's good. At least she didn't trick you.
Say. That's what my daughter-in-law say. She said the first one, she's like, you tricked me.
That's how it be though. You got. I think you got it good. You didn't get tricked. Like she came true, and she told me. I texted her today. She said, well, that's another version of me, so be prepared. But she said that she was doper than you. I don't know if you agree or not. But she told me. She said she was a little doper.
Where she think she get it from?
I agree. I was on your side. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
But I asked that because I know, like, at least in the South, far as I'm concerned, like things I've told with the hospitals down here, people said getting into nursing because, well, about 10 years ago they were saying that getting nursing because there's always a job in the hospital. That's what I was told. Mm-hmm. So when I went to school for accounting, right, at first, it was like, well, hey, make sure you minor in nursing. I'm like, wow, that don't really add up. I didn't think it added up at the time, but I understood what they were saying. But do you agree with that? Like, as far as like because
I know plenty of people in there because they'll have a job. I've met people, countless, different ethnicities, and they say they got in nursing because they knew they'll always have a job. I know accountants who have became nurses. So some people get into it for that. When I was small, I had 2 sister-in-laws who were in nursing school. So that's what I saw, and that's what I mimicked.
Was it hard, nursing school? I hear it's hard, a lot of like terminology and just, I don't know, like I hear it's kind of tough. Cause
you have to study. You have to study. I'm not going to say you don't have to study, and you have to be devoted to it. It's like literally when you get in the nursing course, I don't care how smart you are, because like I'm smart. I know I'm smart. I got a 98 in anatomy. When you get into nursing courses, it's a whole nother ball field with the studying, because one body system affects another.
Right.
So you can't just study cardiovascular and not look at respiratory.
But in nursing, like that's like you gotta kind of like be in the books all day. Like it's no breaks really. You're
right.
I know somebody that was in nursing and like they had a hard time, but them, they had been out of school for so long that they had to learn the school part first. Like it had been that long since they went out of school, and even like the people in her class that were supposed to be very smart, still struggling with tests and stuff like that. So
a lot of it depends on your background. Once again, when I first went to nursing school with a serious state of mind, I went for an LPN. After 5 years, I went back and I got my RN. At that time, I was 32.
I'm sorry, you lost me. What's
Licensed
LPN?
practical nurse.
Okay.
That's like a technical. You get those at technical school.
Okay.
And now they're trying to basically make them obsolete. So I went back and got what we call a 2-year degree, which is an associate. At that time, I was 32. So I had been out of school as well. But then once you're in a different mind frame, even though it's harder, you stick to it because you know what's at stake.
Right.
So I had younger kids that had just come out of school. And like I said, it depends on your schooling, who had never written an essay.
Right.
So it's hard for them. I can write an essay all day. That made it a little bit more easier for me.
But it made it easier, but it still wasn't easy.
Right. You still got to put in effort.
Yeah, see, I don't know if I could have did like the nurse.
It's going to be 2 years of sacrifice. And I can tell people I studied 6 days a week.
Wow.
I only took a break on Saturday.
And I don't know if it's true for all nursing, but they say like the second year is easier than the first year. Like they say if you can get through the first 2 semesters, it's easy. No, it's not true.
It's equal.
That's a lot of myth. I mean, it's a lot of myths out there.
I can remember the last semester of my RN, and when I see students, I tell them, I know how you feel. If this wasn't the last, you would quit. They say, exactly. It's stressful. It's stressful. You like, if this wasn't the last, I would quit. But yeah.
So is it safe to say you got in that field just as a means of wanting to just have a job or work and make some money, or?
No, like I said, I had 2 sister-in-laws who were in the field, and it's just like I always wanted to be a nurse, and then I wanted to be a teacher. And so I was always going back and forth. So then I became a nurse, then I became a teacher.
Oh, so you did both, though?
I got my master's in nursing education.
Yeah, you got a lot of degrees, though. I'm tripping. I don't know. Let me tell you, okay, either that or you take a lot of pictures, one or the other, because I always feel like every year you get congratulated for something to do with education.
Last year, I got my master's in nursing education.
Okay, congrats.
And I think 3 years before that, that's when I got my bachelor's.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even then, it's still a slow grind. You didn't just go straight from school. I mean, I guess everybody's path is different, obviously.
Right. And everything changes. Like I say, they're trying to push like LPNs. Their roles have changed dramatically. The associate degree nurse has changed dramatically. So if you're going to stay in it, you might as well be up to par with the current trend and where nursing is going.
Right. But is that like a reason why you were nursing? Did you go to school afterwards? Like when you found out that they were trying to change the LPN and all this stuff, did you go try to get your degree and stuff so that you would still have a job, or did you just want to continue education?
I always wanted to be a registered nurse. The LPN was the quickest route at the time.
Got you.
What pushed me, let's say, quicker toward the RN was just politics within the workplace. I was working at a particular institution, and the LPNs felt like we deserved more money, and basically we were told to our face, you know, if you want more money, go to school.
Yeah, that's the government for you.
And so I was like, okay, let's make it happen. Right.
Oh, so. Well, I guess aside from the field, like what would most people say about you, like as a person, like just you that know you?
Most people think I'm funny. I don't know why.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to stop you. You had a lot of jokes on Thanksgiving. I don't know, like Thanksgiving morning, I was on Facebook and I seen your name like 20 times. I said, I thought you was hacked or something, because you don't even post that much. I was like, well, she's still joking on a lot of people's food. Like, what was going on with you Thanksgiving? Did you pie too early or something like that?
No. For one, I was tired. When I get tired, I get crazy. And as in everybody, there's different sides to people. I just try to keep that suppressed.
That was a funny. The joke was hitting though. It was some funny jokes. I ain't gonna lie. It was funny.
I just try to keep that hid from most people. Most people can't take it. I don't know. I think I'm a pretty cool person. Dependable. I try to help people. That's just a passion of mine, helping people to do better. Basically, that's it.
Well, I asked that to ask this, like, what would, in your opinion, what would be if any, a misconception of you? Like, do people ever get the wrong impression of you, either by appearance or just
Some
not
people
knowing
think
you?
I'm mean.
I'm not gonna lie. I never thought you were mean. Well, let me take it back. Do I think you're mean? I don't know. I just know that I know you and your daughter mirror each other. And if you don't know your daughter, like, you think she's mean. Mm-hmm. But if you know her, she's more so funny than mean. But if you don't know her, you think she's mean.
Right. We come from a very direct family.
Oh, yeah, it's direct. It's almost to a point where it's like, almost like people feel like they're getting slapped by you when you comment on something or when you say something.
Right.
Sometimes I have to tell like, hey, you wildin', like, you know. But I know how she is, so I know how to deal with her, but other people don't.
And a lot of people, I thought you was mean. I was like, no. Well, you didn't say anything. Well, I don't know you.
That's funny.
You know, like, what you want me to do. So that's the biggest thing. Most people think that I'm mean or stuck up, but yeah.
But I don't know. Like, even the part you saying I don't know you, like, I feel like from my understanding, like, the South is more generous and open. Mm-hmm. So like, I remember moving down here and people waving when they drove by. And I'm like, why are you doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your problem? Like, I don't know you. But that's how I was raised, to not speak if I didn't know the person.
Right.
So it's weird that you, like, to me, that you say that people say, oh, I thought you were mean because I didn't speak. Da, da, da.
No, not that I didn't speak. Just say, we're in the same place. I'm going to say hi.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Okay. Nothing more, nothing less.
That's it. How you doing? That's it. So, until I get to know you. So.
All right. So, from the nursing, when did you get into the teaching? Because even though we're gonna get to the Coach Kim name, I know the teaching part is kind of tailing with that.
So like I said, from when I was small, I wanted to be a nurse, and then sometime I'll say, oh no, I want to be a teacher. I want to be a PE teacher.
A PE? Why PE?
Because I used to play basketball.
What happened? You did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Wow, I didn't know that. You was nice?
I'm 6 feet tall. Man.
Yeah, but you're not. But let me tell you now, people that's 6 feet and pretty don't want to play. I school people that are 6 feet and pretty, like, I ain't playing basketball.
I was a tomboy.
Oh, okay. Well,
Straight.
I didn't know you back then, so I probably wouldn't even.
Yeah. So, I was going to... So I always sort of wanted to teach just through life, just dealing with people. So it's still like teaching, whether you're mentoring or whatever. It's still teaching. Getting into nursing, I found that I like to help the newer nurses learn different things.
Right.
Like, let me show you this, or different stuff like that. So it's sort of just evolved in time.
Real quick, basketball. You was nice in basketball? You didn't even answer the question. I didn't know if you was. You just was tall. You played.
I played.
You stayed in shape.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I just had to ask. All right.
And basketball then with girls wasn't like it is now.
Wasn't as intense.
It's right. So
yeah, now they don't play now. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I want to make sure. I just gotta ask. Yeah. Because I never hear you talk about basketball. Like, really.
I don't even watch it anymore.
Oh, so you fell in love. You don't love the game.
If I watch it, I watch girls. I don't like watching the guys play no more. Cause it's just
that's new. Why? But I can ask you what the girls do that's so fascinating.
Girls, they actually run plays and do something. Dudes just run down the hall. They just run down, throw it up, run back down, throw it. I'm like, okay.
Nah, so I have a problem with girl basketball. I'm lying. I like it. I want to like it, like WNBA. But it just sometimes, like, I watch it and, like, they be running.
You think they run too slow? The play is too low.
Nah, it's just like they missing layups sometimes, or like, and it might be there. So I'll be like, how you missed the layup? But I don't know. They don't make a lot of money either. So I guess it's like I don't mind. I think they might play more what they worth than the men sometimes. I say that. Yeah. Because a lot of men that sit on the bench and make millions and millions of dollars, they don't play at all.
Right.
And then you got a girl playing her heart out and make $100,000.
Right.
Max.
Right.
Let me see. Slim passed me something. He said, the new deal, NBA maximum base salary will rise to $215,000. All right, Slim.
Look at there.
I don't need that. That's still not nothing. That's horrible. I thought you give me good news. That's horrible.
$215,000.
I heard they did something like they're letting them like take maternal leave or something like that. Oh, they ain't playing no more. Yeah, they ain't, no more birth control. They ain't playing no more. I'm telling you right now, they don't get pregnant
ain't gonna have
season.
too many out.
Playoffs. All right, I got you. You know what I'm saying? There's none of that. But Yeah, that's dope. I didn't play basketball. So you did a lot of stuff. What else? What else did you do in high school? Like besides, do your work?
Whatever I could do to get away from home.
Why, too many siblings?
I ran track. No, I mean time's different. You didn't just do stuff. It was either church, school, or home.
Yeah, you're right. You couldn't go home and go on MySpace, nothing like that. There was none of that back then. Go
what
home
was that?
And, read a book or something. That was it.
Right. Go home and do some housework.
Oh yeah, and chores. Oh, forgot about that. It's been so long. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, you want to just stay active and stay busy.
So yeah,
stay at school.
You
longer.
either got to do career activities in school or church.
Well, that's a good topic to talk about. Like, do you think that's kind of why like a lot of kids maybe don't play sports as much or don't like engage in after school activities because it's so much to do now that
right.
It's fun that you don't have to go. You go home and you can have fun. You got your computer.
You go home. You got your
smart
computer.
TV.
All that stuff. I mean, we didn't have all that.
I think about that because my
and
kids,
then you couldn't even do anything until you did your homework, your chores, and all that.
What kind of chores you had to do when you was young? Like what you had to do when you got home?
Clean up, cook, wash, everything.
Well, how old you when you started cooking?
Probably 4th grade.
You know women don't cook no more? I don't know if you know. Nah,
I know.
Slim laughing. We laughing for Slim. Yo,
right. I know.
Mic. You know, women don't cook no more. They cook pasta. That's it. They cook pasta, and they don't cook it very well. And they don't cook it very well.
I see that all the time.
They cook it in the microwave, so I don't know. Like, and they use ragu sauce for some reason. I don't know what's going on. And women is
no.
You raised a good woman.
I had to cook.
Sometimes I hear some pictures of the food she made. She can cook, so that's good.
Yeah,
so.
she won't cook for me, but yeah, she cooks.
Well, she ain't cook for me at all. I'm just she's showing pictures.
Yeah,
of
she
cooking.
knows how to cook. Yeah,
it looks like it. Yeah, it looks very good. I never tried it. If you listen to I buy plates. I don't know what's going on. What's going on here? All right, so you got an event coming up very soon. The vision board party, and I want to kind of talk about that a little bit. So what is it about? Why is it important? And that's speaking of hustles. I'm not gonna lie, that's a hustle I feel like I've seen, and I want to say this because that's something I feel like is saturated. But I feel like people having fun with it. It's not so much hustling; it's more so a fun thing. But I feel like this one you got. At least looking at the fly, it's more so empowerment for the year.
Right. So, if you look at the title, it's called Sisters in Business. And so this is something now that whenever you see that flyer, it's for women in business, women of color. I feel we need a greater network. I'm in different networks. And I don't think we get the support in those networks that other people get. Okay, I get you. Now I follow sisters. Yeah. Okay, I follow now. Okay, I got you. So I said, you know what? And I started going to Atlanta to a lot of different networks. And I was getting ready to go. I'm like, man, I'm tired of driving to Atlanta. I shouldn't have to drive to Atlanta just to do a network. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to see what I can do here. So this is my second event. Open to women in business. It's not an organization. There's no membership dues, none like that. It's just women coming together. I tell them, all us out here trying to do different things. You may have a piece of the puzzle. I may have a piece of a puzzle. Instead of us running around with one little piece, let's come together to see what each other know. Like I tell them, stay away from negativity. I do not believe everybody's a crab in the barrel.
That's dope. I really hear that. That's dope.
My thing is, if you keep saying that, that's what you're going to see.
Manifesting it.
Exactly. So I don't see that. I know there's people out there willing to work together. I know there's people out there willing to share information. Also, different, we can correct each other better.
Right.
And we can talk to each other about different fields. Perhaps someone coming trying to do something in the medical. I've been nursing 20-something years, and I talked with a young lady the other week. I said, you got to take that earring out your nose, right? No, seriously.
But she didn't want to do it.
No, she was good with it. No, she was good with it. Some people just don't know. So that's the point of Sisters in Business. So came together once before, and we did a brunch, which was really good. And that one, we just did different scenarios, helping each other with the business, what you're struggling with, so that you can get insight from everyone else, from someone else.
You mentioned, I think, like, to me, I think the seminar makes sense. It's not a seminar, it's a party.
It's not a seminar. Yeah.
Is this free or?
It's $20 because I had to rent a venue.
Gotcha. That makes sense. So, I want to make sure I get that all the information out.
Yeah.
So, all right, $20. You come with your business or just trying to soak up information and whatever.
Yeah.
But I think the dope part, you said, like, one person got a piece of the puzzle, another piece of the puzzle, you put it together. But I think a lot of times people just run with that piece that they know they have, and instead of like finding other piece, they just run around like, I got this one piece.
But you're not doing anything.
Exactly.
You may have that one piece, but I may have the knowledge to tell you, oh, all you have to do is go and do this, that, and the third. Now you can do something with that piece.
Exactly.
There's no need to envy other people for what if you're doing the same thing. How many people in the CSRA?
See, that makes sense though.
And like I told them, because we have to get to the point that we collaborate with each other. Even if I'm doing the same business as you, I can't get all the business. So it's like when you call any other business, I'm unable to help you with that. Have you tried calling? And I give your name.
Right. All right, let me ask you this, because I'm just ask a question, because I'm pretty sure Slim thinking it. I'm just gonna blame him.
Okay.
It's called Sisters in Business. So, do you agree, disagree? Like, what have your experience been with Black women in business? Like, do they get along? Can they work together?
I haven't had any issues. I haven't. And this is going to be the second event. The first event, it was maybe 20 something of us. And like I said, I talked about a lot of things with them. You may not can use my service, but somebody in your circle may be able to do it. So,
okay.
That's like I share your video, you share my events, because you never know. And so we have to get out of the mindset of just scroll. If we're a community, and we have to promote and help each other.
Yeah, that's definitely all my mindset. I always share on that page just for that reason, because somebody may come to that page just to look for stuff in Augusta,
Right.
and I want them to see what's going on.
Right.
These people are doing this. So I agree with you. Like, sharing, me and them talk all the time. Go live, I'm doing a video, share it, comment, just because it's the algorithms with the internet anyway. So you want to make sure you get that out there, because you might share it and somebody from Burke County might see it. I was out there a couple months ago and somebody was like, hey, you do the podcast. I'm like, how you? I don't know this person.
Right.
But I felt good. But who knows? They could have seen yours. You from Waynesboro. I don't know. They could have seen you share. Who knows? But just even something that small,
Right.
It makes a big difference.
Exactly. So that's how you build a community. So no, like I say, if that's what you're seeing, you're in the wrong circle. Something's wrong with your perception.
I agree. And I think like one of the dopest things you've said, like on the show, on the podcast, is just speaking positivity. A lot of times it's so easy to address the negative, or I don't put people in we say younger people, we say in our bag, we get in our bag. Like, it's so easy to like try to throw a diss back,
Right.
rather than just look at it positive in all situations.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But you're right. And I go down your scroll, go down page, I don't see no negative stuff. That's what I think the joking just threw me off, because I'm like, she don't even joke like that, but that's the only thing that threw me off. I'm pretty sure you do. I'm be honest with you, 'cause since I know your daughter, but y'all got a way y'all do it, and just I'm always seeing like it's always either something positive, uplifting, or educational.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
You know
There's
what I'm
enough
saying?
foolishness out there.
You're right. You got roast off of that. Ain't that right, Slim?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So, in your opinion, or how do you feel like this would be different from like other vision board parties you have seen, or did you try to go that route, or you just was like, I'm just throwing this, and that's all I care about is what we doing here?
Well, this is different. It's Sisters in Business. One thing I want to do whenever I have a Sisters in Business event is allow the sisters to share what they're doing. So not only are we doing the vision board, but there are two sisters in the group, Cheryl Demps and Devonna Ransom, who do money. They work with money. your credit, savings, your taxes. So they're going to do a small presentation. Not only that, I'm going to have a challenge for them that I'm going to release Friday that has to do with business.
Okay.
So that they have to prepare because want them to come together and better each other. So it's going to be a little exercise there, and then we'll get into the vision board part. A lot of people think it's just cutting and just sticking on the paper what you want. That
That's funny.
Just cut out a picture and stick it. You're gonna have that this year.
Slim, why she walling for, man? You know what she doing? That's one of them subtle jokes I'm talking about. You see, so I'm talking.
I'm serious. I
seen it though. I seen
but
it.
There is a reason why people started vision boards. Not just to say, okay, it's a new year. What do you want? There's a lot of things we want, but a vision board is for the things that you value. It's usually for the things. I tell people it's like goals. It's your goals. Some people put stuff up there that may not be for the year. It may be a long-term goal.
All right.
How are you going to rate those? You got it there, but then once you put them on that board, then you need to make a plan of how you're going to get there.
Yeah.
Every year people losing weight.
See.
I'm just saying. But they haven't made it to the gym.
That makes sense. I mean,
how are you going to achieve that goal? So people can set you laughing.
You like lose 200 pounds. Like you got bigger, man. Since last.
Because there's no plan to get to the goal. So
sense,
you have to take it further than just putting it there and placing it there. But it does help because it's imagery.
Right. And like you said, it depends on how you take notes and stuff like that. So you're a writer. Sometimes people feel like writing their goals down on a board. It's like a vision board part. I would say just, I guess, for the year, just kind of get everybody energized and just keep them on track. Right. Actually, it's dope that you're doing yours. It's on 18th, ain't it? Mm-hmm. But you're doing
Saturday.
yours later in January, though. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Than most people, because I read something where it said people normally stop their goals like two weeks into the year, or like the third Friday into the year.
Right.
This would be the third. That's I don't know if you did information like that, but I think it's just dope because like you can start over Saturday if you want to. You know what I'm saying? You could just have different visions Saturday if you want to.
A new vision.
A new you. You'd be good to go, but it might be easier that way. Who knows?
Right.
You start January 1st and it's like
That's because people set goals that's unrealistic.
Yeah.
And once again, it has no value to you. If you don't value it, then you're not going to work toward it.
How do you keep track of like the people leave the vision board party? How do you keep track, or how do people keep track of the goals that they attain or try to attain?
Like I tell people, don't put the board in the closet. My board from last year is in my office, and when I sit at my desk, I'm looking at my board. Several things I could check off because it's something that I really wanted to do, and It's something that I'm really working toward. So that's why I say it's not just putting things on the board.
Do you think it's like best to try to put things that not saying that are attainable, so to speak, but things that you feel like you can make a stride in doing? Like
exactly.
Don't put. Tell me like
even if you don't make it this year, at least you're making the steps toward it. My poster from last year, I'm taking it Saturday so I can continue. It's your life. Your life, you don't get everything the first shot.
Y'all gonna have chicken wings there?
No, I don't think I'm doing chicken wings.
Oh wow. I just you said wings earlier, and then there was gonna be sisters there, so I didn't know what y'all was gonna be cooking. Pasta?
No. No.
Just make sure no young people make the pasta. The wine rolls. What kind of food
That's nasty.
What kind of food y'all gonna have? Or you don't know yet?
I think I'm just do finger food.
It do make sense because, like I said,
yeah.
I think
it's a networking event. Like I said, the price is $20 to cover. All they have to do is come. I'm providing.
So you can't expect steak. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that makes sense. But I'm just saying that going in what you were saying earlier, as far as like the price you pay, all that stuff is into that. You put into that, so that makes a lot of sense. Like I said, I like the fact you got yours later in the month for one, but also like I said, me just watching you and watching your page and everything you do, I just feel like it'd be a good opportunity for a lot of people. You know, a lot of sisters.
I don't say, but I was gonna say that, but it's not just this event's not just for women in business. Like people say, Kim, do y'all have to have a business? I say you have a business. Your life is your business. If you don't have a vision for your life, I know what you're doing. Nothing. Seriously.
That's when she get funny. Like, at the podcast go on, I'm trying not to laugh. I don't laugh a lot like that, but
People don't realize that. You know, your life is a business. You should have vision. You should have plan for your life. So even if you don't have a business, you're still welcome.
Well, I want to suggest, make a suggestion. Do you think, because like I said, you've been cooking since you're in the 4th grade, you said. So do you think like you would ever do a seminar for like young women to learn how to cook?
If I had a big kitchen, I certainly would.
But you could rent out a kitchen, you just charge the price based on how long you're at the kitchen, right? And
I've posted that several times, and a couple of
let me
Kira friends, they be in my inbox, Miss Kim, and I tell them how to do it.
I'm gonna tell you, they're not gonna tell you that they can't cook. That's number one.
Yes, they will.
Oh, they do? But they don't be honest to the guys. They always say they can, then I get
one friend, I taught her how to make grits.
Nah, I don't even start
She
laughing
was cooking too many. Now you know you can't cook too many. I showed her how to do that. Roast, all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm just saying, just do a seminar. I know some people that need to come. So I definitely will.
There you go, sponsor it.
Way. What?
Sponsor it.
Yeah.
And we'll get it going.
I definitely pushing people your way. You know what I'm saying? I give you a good head count.
I'm telling him to sponsor it. Find the kitchen. I show up.
That's a media man right there.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely bring the camera. You know, Slimmer coming through. He like to eat. You can see that. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't big.
Not no more. Well, don't let him play you now. He's taking with the gym today, but he not like that. I believe you, but he big. He big. I see you got a big shirt on today. That's what's up. But I want to kind of go into some of these some of the things you got coming up too.
Mm-hmm.
So at the event, I don't know if you in it, but you shared it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you in it. Wow, you look so different right there. Wow, this is you.
That's black women.
What?
You
Black
know we
don't
change
crack.
up.
I'm talking
What?
about Denim and Pearls networking event.
Mm-hmm.
That's January 25th. What's that going to be about?
Young ladies in Atlanta putting on just a networking event, just to encourage and empower people, young women, just to encourage and empower them, more of dealing with self-care, embracing who you are, and different things like that.
Okay. What's the denim part about though? Like,
that's their theme, I guess. Jeans.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
That's a new theme that's emerging. Denim and
but that's in Atlanta though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you doing big
And the
things.
next one's in Atlanta in March too.
So this one is called Empire State of Mind,
Right.
Women's 2020 Conference.
Right.
Sisters Breaking the Stereotypes.
Right. Exactly.
Well-
So as you see, there's a whole lot of different women on that panel doing different things, entrepreneurial-wise, from all over the Southeast, whether it's CNA school, whether it's medical spas and different things like that. And so just coming to inspire and encourage other people that you can do it too.
Let me ask you. You recording? Let me ask you. What's a stereotype that you think women
So
should
if you
break?
see the young lady at the top, Miss Frida. Miss Frida was a teenage mom, 3 kids. No one would expect this woman now to have a CNA school and a home care agency
That's dope.
with nobody degree.
It's on her own. That's what's up.
She don't have a bachelor in nursing, marketing, anything. And so that's why I say you should change your circle. And Frida and I, last 2 years, we talk weekly. I met her on Facebook.
Just out the blue, just met her.
I reached out. We was talking.
Oh, just networking.
Boom. Yeah. And that's how so many of us women on that flyer just really met. That's why I say, if that's all you seeing, you in the wrong circle, and you have to find a way to step outside of your common ground if you're trying to go someplace.
That make a lot of sense. I'm just glad, like I said, even you like taking that step and you going to Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? But you also can bring that stuff back here. So you
Right.
see a seminar done out there a certain way, you can say, well, we can do this in Augusta. We can
Right.
do that. I like that. Like, I think it's a good idea. It's dope to me. I'm just, like I said, when I see like seminars and stuff being done the right way, I'd be happy because I just know a lot of seem like scamming. I would say I don't want to
Right.
call them scamming, whatever it seem like, you know, like when I throw something, no event in mind, no place in mind, just I want to do it. I want to charge this. It's like, how do you know that without knowing all the other intangibles that you need to know?
Right, right. And those people have made it hard like I say, for people coming behind, but people have to look at who's putting on the event and look at what they're doing, not just material things, because people can always make it look a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They just run the credit card up.
You be $1,000.
You know what I'm saying?
$100,000 in debt, but they got everything they want.
Exactly. So you just have to do the research of the people that you're looking behind. One of the ladies on the flyer, I'm Facebook friends with her. Chick makes 7 figures.
Kima Brooks. 7 figures.
Charlotte. And she does dealing with beauty. It's not a medical spa, but it's sort of like a medical spa thing.
Kind of services.
Teeth whitening and
Alter
different
Ego
things.
Body Studio. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
She give classes for people to open up their own. So
I feel like I said, so this is like, I think it's dope, especially with just for women, because I feel like for a good while, it wasn't many things for women.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of stuff just catered to like, when you said business, it always assumed man, you know, men. So, like I said, I think that's a good.
And you always
good.
assume people with college degrees.
Yes. So this is like, it just opens fair game. It's like, but now just come to it. You don't have to have a college degree to get.
Exactly.
And then, like I said, even having people on here that's don't have degrees but have done it,
right?
It kind of puts you like, you feel like you one step closer to getting there. Or you don't need that, or
and she wrote a book. I forgot. She also has a book out, Frida.
This is good. Coach Kim, how did that derive?
Just out of helping people. And in the space before launching into business, I was doing a lot of research. So I was reading, then I bump into people, or I would actually reach out to people and say, hey, can I ask you a question about your business? And I asked them a question, and turn out I know more stuff about them, about their business than they knew. And they was like, you calling me, I should be calling you. Why are you calling me? I was just getting some clarification. And so people started, I'm going to start calling you Coach. I was like, oh, okay. See? So
look at that work. Yeah. No PE needed.
Yeah. So that's how that started. And so I'm taking that and branding that to basically help other people. Like I said, I like helping people. So taking that to help other people step into who they are as well as step into business. So.
Okay, well, this is kind of on the spot question. This wasn't on the notes at all, so I'm just gonna throw it out there. Just a pointer, if you could, like, if you let's use me for example. Like, how would you approach coaching somebody that does a podcast or any like me, just me, like if you was coaching me?
Well, the type of coaching I do is small business startup. There's a lot of people who start business that have no idea of where to start.
Oh, trust me, I know.
So they miss a lot of pieces, or people tell them wrong, or people rob them. You know, I've seen people tell people and charge and get the money $500 for an EIN number. That is free.
Wow. That's free.
That's free.
And people pay for it. Hey, man.
And so I'm like, yo.
She said, yo.
Are you serious? And I mean, I know people, I don't mind people making money, but most of the people who do that under the disguise of, I'm going to help my brother.
But you're not helping them.
Really, right. And so I was like, so I help people like that. Or people who, I'm reaching out to people, mostly ladies who have a negative mindset. But it don't really have to be a negative. Don't have to really be a woman. But I'm a female, so that's what I relate to more.
I noticed that, though. That's good.
But the negative mindset, I think we operate in a negative mindset and don't even know it.
That's a word. That's what the kids saying.
Because it's the culture. It is the culture. If you look on my page, very seldom will you hear me talk about haters, enemies, all that.
Coach Kim, come on, talking about.
Why does that even exist in your vocabulary? That's all just a negative perception to keep you from being who you are. to keep you from going after what you want to go after.
Yeah, it's like a deterrence at some point.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly. So those are the two areas I coach. So podcasting.
no, that's good though.
I can't help you with that.
But yeah, you say that, but at the same time, like I could be one of them people that post something like that. You might be like, hey man, you shouldn't post that. Like, why you don't focus on somebody that's hating on you. Focus on the people that's supporting you.
Exactly.
Me and Slim had them conversations a lot. Like we don't really focus on that.
And,
it's
actually,
no point.
I really believe it's always more people for you than against you. And then you always have to change your perspective. And if you have that many people hating on you, then you need to change your circle.
Okay, I see you. That's a little ministry right there too. I don't know. I feel like
you think so.
I almost got up.
Offering, please.
Almost.
Pass it, Slim.
See. Trying to find out for EAN already. I know what's going on, man. Oh
Get it
my
while
God.
it's hot.
But that's funny. I mean, I guess I want to get into that too. Like even with the money thing, because you brought it up, so I might as well get into it now. Like I guess I look at it, and I haven't been to one. So and I'm talking to you now. I do know you got a lot of knowledge. I know that just from the stuff I see you post. But I think how can I say this? A big hustle now are people doing seminars in the wrong way. Like I don't know if you see that a lot, and I'm pretty sure it's kind of hard, or maybe harder, like challenging for you guys and your team to even have seminars because you got some people doing it now. It's like almost like podcasting in a sense. It's like it's oversaturated to a point where everybody think, let me host a seminar and I'm gonna charge this. I'm gonna have this many heads. I'll make this money and I'll pay this person this money. And it's like I had somebody ask me to come to the seminar last year. And I'm like, why would I do that? I shouldn't be
now
doing that yet.
Now it's just for generating revenue.
Exactly.
It's not really to help anybody. And like you said, and the ones who are doing it to help people because of all the stuff that has occurred before you, now nobody wants to support you because they think you are like the last one,
Exactly.
So, yeah.
So like, so to me, I think too, I look at it like this, like, not so much like clothing, but you might have a T-shirt from a brand or whatever that's $80, and you might have the same T-shirt from Walmart that's $5, and people might buy the $8 brand. They know it's better texture and all that stuff, and I feel like that's kind of what you get with seminars. Like that's how I kind of determine what's a good one, what's not. Based on the people that's speaking for one.
Exactly.
So that's key to me, the speakers, and then two, it's also the price. Only because I feel like if I'm getting valuable information, the price is gonna reflect that.
Exactly.
You're not gonna charge $5 and I can't expect to pay $5 and get inspired when I leave.
Exactly. But most people
happen.
don't see that. Most people don't see that when you go to seminars and workshops, it's an investment into themselves. Into yourself. And it took me a minute to get there too. So you have to talk people. When I first started I did one. My first seminar was for personal care homes. Not that I even have one, know the rules and regulations, but they kept having so much stuff on TV about the personal care homes. So I was like, I'm just going to do one so people know how to run it.
Right.
And so a young lady reached out to me and she was like, $50? You'll get more people if you charge less. And I said, ma'am, I'm giving you a deal. And so I'm printing off policies and procedures so you can have it in your face.
Right.
I'm giving you everything. I'm telling you what you need to do. I'm going over the rules. And she went back and forth, but at the end of the discussion, she said, now I see.
Oh, okay.
So she really came around. She didn't consider what goes all into a seminar and to the cost. At $50, and I'm going to give you the application. I'm going to go over point A, B, C, D, tell you what you need to do to open it. I basically handed you a business plan,
right,
if that's what you wanted, because it wasn't something I was doing to generate money. It was something for the public who was really interested in doing it.
And I think I agree. I think that's kind of one of the challenging things when you're not doing it for the money, but to get the information out. I think people don't understand that because they're like, why are you not doing it for the money? So even her saying if you charge less and have more people come, it may not be about more people coming. It may be about just getting information out, but it costs this much for the information.
So if more people come in, you just don't want more people coming, like we just saying, then they just come in to get for the money.
Yep.
They just come in for the money, and we don't need people to do stuff for the money. We need people to find wherever they fit in and grow in that spot. I can't podcast, and you are not nursing. So if I try to get in podcasting, that's not going to be prosperous to me. How long I'm going to do that? How effective?
It just depends how many Thanksgiving jokes you got. Like, if you got a lot of Thanksgiving jokes,
Well,
it might work. Then it
them.
might work. If you're funny on the mic, I'm telling you, you go a little far. You get a little further if you're funny. But then also, like, I think that, like, with seminars that I've been to a few. So if you could kind of tell me, like, what have you ever been to a bad seminar where it's like you felt like maybe you didn't walk away with what you thought you were gonna walk away with in there? Like, what would be a bad seminar?
Well, I've been on some bad webinars.
Well, that's kind of
webinars or calls where we're gonna go over this, and when they finish, I was like, "Nah, that's not it." But that's because
no, that's not it.
That's not it. But see, it's a hustle now for so many people.
You're
they
right.
give out just enough. I was just this other lady I'm helping. We're helping her start her business, and I told her, "Don't go this way," and she went this way. I said, "Don't go that way. These people do this just enough to keep you coming back." So she went and she did one. She was like, "I didn't learn anything," and just what you said. I said, "Yeah."
Duh, I told you that.
I tell people when I meet them, trust me, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just gonna tell you straight up. So I told you, it's a hustle, and most of it is due to people.
Right.
They don't want to do their due diligence. They'll text you 100 questions that they could ask Google.
Yeah, that's a fact. You're right. You're definitely right. And
That
I get
same
that a lot.
question you asked me, how do I do my EIN? Ask Google. Save you $500.
But there's so many sites that'll give you a step by step on how to do it as well. Like you can find 20 sites. But when you see
.gov, you pretty legit.
That's true.
There.
That's true. That's definitely true. I mean, I can relate to what you're saying with that, just because like I get a lot of questions about podcasts and stuff, and I'm like, when I started, there wasn't other people doing it, so
right.
I ain't had nobody to ask. I couldn't go ask, hey, what mic should I use? I just had to just go Google and you do your research, your
right.
due diligence, and you come out what you come out with. And I'm pretty sure Slim can agree. So it's like, I think people just, I think you can tell somebody's serious based off things like that. To me, that would tell me that you're not as serious as you think you are.
And that's the reason why I find like a lot of people go, oh, they don't want to help anybody. You haven't did the basic homework.
Yeah, that's
you
corny
want me to
if you
hand
say
you
that.
A whole business plan? Here's your patty cake.
Yeah, I know, right? But then charge $5 for it.
Exactly. If people, and I can tell you from my personal entrepreneurial journey, that when you step to somebody and you're talking to them and you're literally having a conversation about what you want to do, the prospect, where it's leading, and oh, she's serious.
Yeah.
Well, have you considered this? And people don't mind sharing because they see that you're doing the work. Nobody likes a welfare mentality.
Yeah, I agree. But you doing seminars, like in your opinion, like why do you think when done right, obviously,
mm-hmm.
why do you think they're needed?
For education.
You said something like that made a lot of sense, like as far as you printing out papers and all this stuff. Like, I feel like it's almost like instead of Googling whatever, but you're getting it from people that got this insight, or got the knowledge, and it's kind of, it's like a class, so to speak.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But for people that's serious.
Exactly.
So you go, right? What would you say people should bring? Should people bring paper, pen, notes? Like, should they bring that stuff? Should they come empty handed? Like, how are they supposed to come to a seminar? How do you prepare to come to a seminar?
However you learn. I've been in seminars where people have tape recorders. I write. Some people set up their laptop. It's however you learn, however you're going to get that information. So.
In seminars, like they don't have it to where like you can't record. Like, I mean, you could just tape record. You just can't video record, I guess.
Right. So you won't take. And some may not allow tape recording because then, you have everything right there. So
okay, that's a good question. So I know you said like, you coach and you do seminars. So like, is that something you do like when people like message you or ask information, do you be like, hey, I'm having a seminar this day? Or that kind of why you started it? Like, I would assume people, like, if I want to know something, right, but I know you got a seminar, and let's say $80, and let's say I feel like I want to pay, do you find that people, like, try to message you and get information from you instead of just coming to the seminar?
Every week they're in your inbox asking you, let me just ask you one question. And, just keep going like that. So last year I did a lot of that, but this year,
No more free Randy.
It's going to be like that cash out request. There you go. Straight to, and I've had people, can I ask you a question too? I'm like, dang, girl. Literally, you don't ask dope. Anything. They send it straight. I'm like, whoa. But, okay.
But that makes, as long as,
because people will waste your time.
That's true.
People will waste your time.
All right, so let me ask you this: like, how do you balance being Coach Kim and being Kim, like, just in life? How do you balance that? Do you feel like you have to teach everybody all the time, or is there ever a time where you feel like you could teach a lesson this time, but you like, I ain't gonna do it. I'm just gonna pass on that.
Oh, all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
I don't know. I just feel like people be coaching like. I don't know if you ever seen it, but I be outside and I see a guy that's a mentor, like, but you like every situation he feel like he can mentor, he does it.
But growth tells you when and when not to.
Got you. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When you start out, you can save the world.
That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense.
But as you grow, you notice you learn how to pick. I ain't gonna say your battles, but you know who you're assigned to. And
you're not gonna reach everybody, I would assume.
And right. Some people they're not for me and I'm not for them. So let's not even go that route. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I know, and I know you answered kind of roughly with one of the examples you used, but like, if you could think about it at the top of your head right now, like, even the seminar you got coming up, like, what all goes into the seminar? Not only the information part, but even running it, making sure it goes accordingly and goes to plan, the location, all of the stuff. Like, what all goes into a seminar?
First of all, after you get your topic, your broad topic, what are you talking about? What exactly? Because you can talk about so much, but what are you going to bring to the people that's going to help them move to the next level? Like you and I said, I don't want them coming to me and go like, man, I went over there. Don't go to Coach Kim, man. She ain't tell me nothing. I read all that on Facebook, regurgitating what they see on Facebook. So you want to really do your research that you give people valuable nuggets to help them where they're going. You got to find the location. You just it's just so much. And then what you want to present. A lot of people don't even give handouts anymore, But I know some people like paper. Makes it more, put it in their hand that they can go home and study it, really look at it. Are you going to have other people talking with you, speaking with you? Like I say, I don't own a personal care home, so I have other people who own a personal care home to come in and speak.
Okay. So that still makes sense to me. That makes a lot of sense. Like, okay, I know I can throw this and give out the information, but what I'm going to do is get people that's actually in that field.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Exactly. So you got to get the experts in there. If you're not the expert, you got to give the people some chicken wings.
Yo, what's going on?
No,
some pops you came here. I don't know what's going on.
No, you have to, snacks. You just want to give an overall general good session. Because not only are you doing a seminar, but you're actually branding yourself as well.
Right. But even with the seminar, like, to you, like, how do you determine whether a seminar you had was successful versus, we could do this next time. We can do this better next time.
I always ask for feedback.
Okay.
Always ask for feedback. And I always ask, do you think you got your money's worth?
That's good. But I think that's a rare question. I don't think
I always ask, do you think you got, because I don't want to put anything out there, as you said, that you walk away and you like, man, I could have bought me an outfit. I could have, you know what I'm saying? I know people don't have money just to throw away.
Yeah.
So when you put something out there, let it be something that the people can use. And like I said, my audience is for new entrepreneurs. You know,
Okay.
so you've been in business 12 years. You good. I'm not looking at you.
Maybe.
I'm looking, hopefully.
Remember
Lord,
earlier you
please.
said that you asked me about their businesses and that you knew more than them. So sometimes
We're not going to get into
people
that.
got to double back, man.
Boy.
Relearn, man.
But I like to help those who are just getting started. So, because if you start with a solid foundation, the rest is good.
Okay.
You can't start shabby and think you're going to end well. You got to start well so you can end well.
And also, like, how do you determine how much this seminar will be? Like, not in particular, but like for different seminars, it's gonna be different prices. I'm assuming. How do you determine the price on that for that particular seminar?
By what I have to put out.
Okay. So it's not based on.
If I can bring it down, if I can bring the cost down, then that's going to be reflected in the price. If I have it at the Hilton, you're going to have a Hilton price.
Okay, that makes sense. So all that goes into it.
All that
location, the speaker.
Exactly.
Okay, all of that stuff. Presentation, how much paper you got to print out, how much flyers you got to make. All this, everything.
Can I bring food in their place, or do they have to? Do the venue have to cater?
Okay, that makes sense. Oh, catering. Okay. Even catered.
Yeah.
I ain't think about all that when you think about seminar, because I think a lot of times people I talked to, like I said, that was trying to start one, like they were just saying like, I'm gonna give you this amount of money, and I asked them questions because I didn't want my name attached to something. I could easily say yes, do it, and I get paid. But I don't want nobody to come to me like
it looks like you're part of the
because my
hustle.
face is gonna be on there.
Exactly.
So I wanted to know like what
and
y'all
then
got.
people will use your face because you're out there.
Exactly.
They are trying to attach to you to pull the people.
I make sure I'll be thinking about it all year. Make sure I wasn't tripping because I feel like me and the people didn't speak since then. I don't know if they felt like I would ask me a question, but I felt like I had to. I'm like, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Because it's
like,
your brand.
Yeah, I had to. I just personally feel like nowadays it's kind of like a hustle for most people. So that's why when I talk to people that's like you that's doing it, I want to make sure that's clear. Like y'all have a set goal. Y'all want to give my information. Y'all want to do that anyway. Y'all not trying to make I guess. So I'm not saying you can't make a profit.
Exactly.
But it's not your goal. The goal is not like how much money can I make if I talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
It's just who can I impact based off doing this.
And it just depends on that person. That's like one of the hardest things for me to do my pricing. I'm getting there, but I don't ever want to be where I put my price where the people who really need it the most can't reach me.
Right. I mean, to me, like I said, that make a lot of sense, and I just feel like, it's a lot of talk on prices. People always say, you got the famous Hove line, set the price, live your life. But it's kind of hard in some markets because, then I might could charge $150 for a seminar. I guess somebody can't charge that for a seminar.
And people don't realize that. People don't realize that. They're like, oh, you need to charge like $200. They doing this in Atlanta. Yeah, that's in Atlanta.
Well, I-20.
2 hours away. You're going to have to back up.
Just send the location. All right, well, go there, man. That's how you get there, all right? But yeah, I'm always curious on stuff like that. And, it's even hard to plan stuff in a market like this for that reason.
Exactly. Because
you have that, everybody got that Atlanta mindset, but we don't have the resources like that out here.
Don't have the resources.
So, that's a good point.
Don't have the resources and don't have the mentality. A lot of people don't have the mentality.
They got the wrong mentality. They got the Atlanta mentality of just thinking they can do everything that way.
Right.
And it's not that way. You can't. It's not that easy.
Because even if you had it legit to really, a lot of people don't see. Like I said before, it's an investment. It's an investment in yourself, in your growth, in your knowledge base.
And that's just crazy, man. People are scared to invest in themselves, but they want other people to invest in them.
Exactly.
That's like
they'll
the weirdest
walk away
thing
and say you won't help them. You won't help a brother.
That's why I gotta be a man. Why I gotta be a man? I'm curious. Hold on. I know we doing like woman empowerment. Why I gotta be a brother?
She think we'll do that. Well, she thinks she all that. She won't help anybody.
There we go. I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
That sounded more real. Yeah.
Yes, you have to. That's like going to college 4 years. You go to college 4 years and you want me to transplant everything out of my brain into your brain at no cost.
That don't make sense at all. Yeah. People crazy though, you know that. People they ain't got the right mindset, All right, so now I did take some screenshots. A lot of the stuff you had saying it's no Thanksgiving jokes. I promise. I know you do those anyway, so it's none of there. But I want you to kind of just explain some of the stuff that I seen that I thought I took from it. It says, in an effort to stand out and be different, so many of you are still the same. Yep, Kim said it.
Everybody want to be different, right? I mean, it just kills me. Oh, I don't do this. You see 10 people in 2 minutes that don't do the same thing. And in your just trying to be different, you end up being the same because you're really not different. If you just be yourself, that's when you stand out.
I agree.
Social media have people, they think the kids are just impressed. No, adults get impressed by social media just like kids. It's the same mentality.
I agree, and I like to me when I read that, I said that I remember saying that years ago. Like people want to be so different sometimes that you just look the same because you just acting like another person that want to be different.
Exactly.
And everybody want to be different, so y'all all look the same now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You try so hard not to do what everybody else doing. Now you're doing what everybody else is doing anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's pointless. It was silly. If you knew the greatness that was in you, you wouldn't try to imitate anyone else.
Exactly.
Where did that derive from? Like, do you make these quotes just saying in bed like Reverend used to do in the tub sometimes?
I think a lot. I really do. I try to tell myself, come out your head, come out. I think a lot. And looking on Facebook, I can see people, like you say, now everybody want to do podcasts.
Yeah.
But all of us have a special talent. There's gifts and talents in all of us. But as long as I sit here and look at yours and don't develop mine, I'll never know how great I could be.
I agree. Like I said, I think that's kind of clear cut. It's not even something that needs to be explained. That's just what it is.
Right.
I think we see it a lot. And it's always, to me, a lot in arts too. Like I see that in art. So, like rap. Everybody want to rap. You know what I'm saying? You see somebody do it and it seems easy to you, so you want to do it. But you might do something else. Like you never, like it's anything. You might need to go to school. You know what I'm saying? You might need to, I don't know, read a book. I don't know, anything. You don't have to do what somebody else is doing, but you see it so often where people, they see something gaining popularity and they just want to try it or they want to do it now. But I'm passionate about this now.
That's because, one reason I think is because even as children, we never encourage truly to be ourselves. Even as a mom, how many times have you heard, why can't you be like?
Yeah, that's true.
Because they're not like your other siblings. They're not like you. And so a lot of times you're not even allowed to express who you are. So you don't get to really come to know who you are until you're older.
That makes a lot of sense. It's called maturity too. So.
Yeah. You know, then you don't try to fit in. You don't try to fit in. You like, no, I'm not about that, you know. And then you start to try to discover who you are.
It says, stop babysitting your hurt and disappointments. It's time to move on from there. Live again. I don't know. I feel like that's directed to some people that's facing some stereotypes, maybe. I don't know.
No. Well, it could mean a lot of things. But a lot of people is always, woe is me. And that could cover a lot of things. Relationships. Y'all broke up 5 years ago.
Let that hurt, girl.
You still talking about this man. You still talking about this woman. Let it go. Or just any issue. Sometimes people take an experience and they make that experience them. Rather than just experience it and go through it, they become that experience. It's like you're basically dead because you're stuck right there in that mind frame of that situation when it happens. So at a point in life, you need to say, okay, that happened. I feel like crap, but I'm here. I need to move on from here. But a lot of people like wearing it like a badge of honor.
They won't let it go for real.
They won't let it go.
You see a lot on social media too. Like,
exactly.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's the male bashing,
As if
female
they didn't
bashing,
pick-
like gender bashing. We just say gender bashing.
Exactly.
Like, you see that a lot.
Or a lot of people, and I'm not making light of their afflictions. A lot of people are hurt by family or whatever. Nobody loved me. Nobody loved me. Nobody loved me. Nobody loved me. Okay, so what are we going to do about it? A lot of people call me, well, you don't understand that. Okay, so what are we going to do about it? You can complain all day. Nothing changes until you change.
That's a fact. That's right. I mean, like I said, like I think like that. You know, I don't want to sulk in something. You know, I feel like you do it, like you said, it becomes you. You know what I'm saying? You start only thinking negative thoughts, or sometimes you, especially if it's geared towards a personal relationship, whatever it can be, you think like, what can I say to trigger this, like, you know, to get a reaction out of this person, and you spend a lot of your time trying to think of a status to write, or, you know, that's silly. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, we see them statuses. You can see this. Oh, they must. Let me go to this page.
I know, right?
Yep.
They
knew they posted something. Exactly.
You start coming predictable. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And you put yourself in that box, and then like you're just wasting time and energy.
Time and energy.
Because a lot of times you look back on something, like especially Facebook got the memories thing. You look back on something I said, they be like, I don't care about that no more. Like you done moved on from that, so you could do that with anything.
Exactly.
I ain't saying you ain't gonna be hurt, obviously,
Exactly.
but you know, just to stay in there is kind of wild. You know, you got the desire to grow and evolve. Yeah, I don't play. But some of these. Now I'm telling you, man.
I'm about to call him when me and the girls be looking up stuff.
That's wild. I know, right? Oh, well, I'm the new Rick Ross. Yeah, he ain't like that one. Look. The desire to grow and evolve is often forfeited because one's inability to look past what is common to them, cultural, I'm gonna just say familiar, or spiritually. Mm-hmm. What does that mean?
What is a lot of people, and when I say people, I'm basically talking about black people. That's what I am, us. So a lot of things we don't advance in because we don't want to let stuff go that we already know or we think we know. Just like I said, whether it's something to do with your family, it could just be something the family do, and I can come and say, hey, you know, no, my grandma been doing that. That don't mean it's right.
Got you.
Oh, no, I've been in the church 50 years. That don't mean it's right.
Makes sense.
And so we don't want to come to just the table and say, maybe I don't know everything. You're never going to grow and you're never going to learn until you say, let me hear what you really got to say. But most of the time, if I sit and try to talk to you, it's straight out a debate.
Yeah.
I'm just ready to respond. I'm finna get him. You know, I see it with religion. I see it with talking about dressing, about clothes.
Yeah.
I see it with everything. And I'm saying, you're not going to grow if you're not willing to give. And that's one reason as a race of people, we stay stuck back because we'll hold on to stuff that don't make sense. Man, you know, they just had black eyed peas, collard greens, all that stuff for New Year's, right? Man walking through the door, stuff that don't make sense.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's something real light, but there's other things that we do that we have to start challenging. Is this something that just I do, my family do, the culture do, or is this something really factual or something that's really true? And when we do, we're going to learn, like, this don't make nobody sense. I mean, that's it.
I mean, because I have to ask this. Like, what? I know I'm stuck on this a little too long, but what age would you say a woman should start learning how to cook?
He going back to this cooking.
It's not. It's just the fact that I really got upset now thinking about the fact that people only make pasta and it's not that great. So I'm trying to figure out like what I mean. Even men. I'm not saying only women need to cook, but
I don't say because my son know how to cook. Brian know how to cook.
See, that's a good one.
Yeah,
I can cook for myself, but I don't think I make 4-course meals. No.
Oh, he does macaroni and cheese and
all. I should grew up with
y'all. I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
You would have been working too. They hated it.
Working? What you mean working? Like
they had chores.
Oh yeah, I could
They
clean
had
bathroom.
chores.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah.
No,
Take
they-
trash out.
no, they did the whole house.
Yeah. See, well, even in rooms they not in, like living room. Like say use the living room all day. I have to clean the living room.
Know why we did that? Because one, the family is a unit. Family has to work together. So me and my husband out working. So your job is to keep the house running as well because you part of the unit. When Kira went to school, Fort Valley, I was lost. I had to pay bills, the groceries. She took on that when Brian got his driver's license. They ran all my errands. They did that. So when we get home, I shouldn't have to work again. A parent shouldn't have to work again. But, y'all younger people now, kids just chill and do nothing. And that's why they don't know the value of work. That's why they don't know what it takes to run a household. And that's why they don't know how to cook.
Yes, it's crazy times out there.
Exactly.
But you're really right. You see it a lot, and like, I feel like, not to be judgmental, but I feel like I'll know somebody can't cook or clean whatever based off working with them. I don't know why. I just feel like just their work ethic. Like, you don't have it.
Right.
And then people that have it, you could tell like outside of this how they might be.
You're gonna get some flack for this part. You know that, right?
Why? I don't get flack.
Okay.
And suddenly, no, I don't get flack.
Suddenly you will.
You are.
Because see, people, this is one of those cultural things. Whereas people do need to know how to cook because, see, here's the nurse. We're killing ourselves. That pasta is killing us. The rate of obesity, diabetes, hypertension, all that. And young people, you probably have classmates that's probably had heart attacks.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
See what I'm saying? It's the food. And if we don't learn how to cook, then it goes to the babies. We see so many obese little children. And little children can have high blood pressure and different stuff. And that's because we're not cooking. All that box stuff. Killing us.
They think it's cute on social media, though. Like, if you got a fat kid, it's like, you got a bigger chance of going viral.
Not every...
No, I'm being dead serious. Y'all be seeing that fat kid eating food, and I know. Yeah, but I know y'all be seeing that they go viral. They feel like they got their.
But
moment.
that's not good for that kid.
At all.
And we don't understand that, and we don't want to understand it. There's a lot of stuff.
Him. That's what I'm talking about.
Wow. And there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. I mean, we know Augusta has food deserts in the black community and different things like that. But then there's ways that you can eat healthy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, even I'm not trying to say it's the reason, but like coming down here was kind of like a culture shock because like everything was a drive-through, and I just felt like I don't walk nowhere.
Here from?
New York, so we walked a lot of places.
Yes.
And I was like, well, even if you get medications to drive through for that, like I guess I understand McDonald's, but your medication you can't get out the car and get your pills. That's kind of wild. And then I've been thinking like you really could be in your car all day. You have to walk.
Right.
You never use your legs.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
When my sister moved back from New York, she stayed downtown, and people are like, "Why are you always walking?" She was used to walking.
That's the thing to do.
Yeah.
Like, it's just cool. I walk all the time. It's just cool to do. I don't know why people don't like walking. I don't know. You don't like to walk?
That's why I go to the gym.
Because
what you
she's trying to explain why she don't want to walk.
Didn't I tell you I don't like the treadmill? But I mean, this is a rural area still.
It's hot out here, I'll tell you that. So it's hard to walk. Like,
exactly. And it was a rural area. Augusta is still building.
But y'all walked in Burke County. You walked places.
Where?
Well, you're right. Ain't no stores out there.
And I lived in the country.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, ain't no walking in Burke County. You mow the lawn out there?
Huh?
Mow the lawn? No?
My brother mowed the lawn. I cleaned inside.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't. That's a lie.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure I get the lawn there in no time.
I didn't do too much.
I used
to just start. I used to just start crying. Somebody do it.
Oh, you're the baby too, so
right.
That makes sense. Man, well, if there's anything you want to tell listeners or anybody, just as far as any upcoming event you got that you want to, announce now, you can. And you need to come back on another time, man. I want to do this again.
Mm-hmm. Just as we talked about, Saturday, January the 18th, the Sisters in Business brunch at 600 Broad Street. Starts at 2:30. It's open to anybody. That's the Vision Board party in Atlanta on January 25th. in Atlanta on March. But also in March, I'm going to have seminars here in Augusta. One for Entrepreneur 101, talking about becoming an entrepreneur. But I'm also going to add the personal care home piece to it. And then I'm also going to do the Entrepreneur 101 QuickBooks, because one of my pet peeves is people being in business, but their finances not in order.
Okay, real quick. I'm not gonna end it yet. I gotta ask a question. No, because when I was young, I had a business, and that happened. I had a partnership with somebody, right? And it got shut down. We just say pretty much because of taxes. I feel like it was a dumb issue to me. Like what do you coach on that, as far as like just them budgeting, or just knowing how to budget, or just knowing what to pay? 'Cause I don't think I was 19 when it happened. That's
when I bring in the expert.
Okay, I got you. Okay,
so I have someone coming in, and we go over QuickBooks, setting up the company, how to pay your taxes through QuickBooks, when to pay your taxes, and then she also offer to follow along with them once they leave. So a lot of people just money, money, money. If you're really in business and serious about it, you got to track your money to grow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I've talked to different businesses, and I've just observed different businesses that could be more than what they are, but you have to get it in perspective. You're making the money, but you need to track your money, put your money back in your business to keep it growing, so that you can stay out there, you can stay out in the front.
I would assume the last thing you want to do is find out money is going the wrong places, but when
you can't account for it.
You can't account for it. That's probably the worst. That make me sick.
You can't account for it. Yeah.
So that's kind of. But why is entrepreneurship so important to you? Because I know you said you're an entrepreneur, and you do a lot of seminars on that. You talk a lot about it.
Because it's something I wanted to do for years. Back in, I think it must be the early 2000s, I was a partnership in a daycare. And from that, it's sort of like, yeah, I like that. I always liked it. I like that. So and plus, it's like my retirement strategy now.
Okay.
To build something that'll keep going. And not only keep going, I got my little glam babies now, and I told them the other day, they was like, we're going to the office. And I was like, not today. And one of them didn't want to go. I was like, oh, you going, because you're going to be running it. You're going to be doing some CPR classes and different things like that. So,
I mean, I think that's dope. And I think just like now I know a lot of people kind of push forward like this generational wealth and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm down. Like I do want to attend one of the seminars. So hopefully soon you have one for men. I like sisters too. Don't get me wrong, but I don't want to be the only guy there. I just feel attacked when I'm the only guy somewhere. I don't know why. I feel like I get raped sometimes.
Oh my Lord.
So, yeah. So throw one for men and women. I definitely come. You know what I'm saying? But I always gonna share it. I try to share anytime I see it. I support everything you're doing. So I want you to keep it up. You know what I'm saying? Keep educating us and educating them, and keep not hustling. Not hustling us. I like that. Like that's the main thing to me. I like that you just give information out, and it's not about how much you can make off of it, but just about who you can impact.
Right.
So
that's
dope.
Back to me.
Eventually, that's how I feel too. So all right, man. Morning Masters podcast. I definitely appreciate you coming through. We did more than an hour. That's good though. That's always good. Anytime you do an hour straight, it's kind of like it could be maybe not good, maybe good, but doing over hours always good. So Slim, you got anything? You good? You good? All right, man. Morning Master Podcast. We out. Yeah. This is Miss Kim Walthour. So if you want to know how to cook, she'll tell you. If you need some Thanksgiving jokes, she got you. If you want to joke on somebody, she definitely a person to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Very funny individual right here. And we out, man.